kids, and welcome to the Domestic Disturbance Podcast. 3 comics, 3 opinions, 1 shit show. Featuring Mike Keegan.
Are you just going to talk over me the whole time? Is that what you're going to do? All right, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that episode. Thank you very much.
Carla Oakerson.
I tolerate you. I think I tolerate you very well.
You don't tolerate me at all.
I tolerate you. Believe that. I certainly tolerate all your horse shit. Look at me, I'm being tolerant right now. Look how tolerant. I'm tolerating it.
And Tim Saliani.
See,
Bill Clinton suicides people was the name of my high school band.
Be sure and stop by the Domestic Disturbance Podcast Facebook page to check out any new shows, upcoming events, or to leave us some hate mail. Music from our podcast is from the hardcore band Bore. You should check them out on Spotify and Bandcamp, where you can put a little something in the hat for them and purchase their music like good little consumers. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the arguments.
And Mike's kissing his dog.
White people things.
Yeah, we're on.
We're on. Oh, just kissing my dog. All right, guys. We are on. Oh, God. Guys, we thank you so much for listening. You guys really are the best. Thanks for tuning in to the Domestic Disturbance Podcast. Happy to be here this week. Lots to talk about.
Spoken like a man who's not looking forward to this.
Today's the last day that me and Carla will be dating, I think.
I'm just going to start right here. No, I'm going to kick it off.
No. I want to tell everybody, because I don't know if people know. Very dark day in this country.
If anybody watching thinks that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died of natural causes, then I hope you also believe that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself, because you haven't been paying attention to politics.
Okay, and a 90-year-old woman who's had cancer for 25 years.
Yeah, honestly, she's
was that brought to you by QAnon, Carla?
Yeah, I mean, she was literally Montgomery Burns for the past fucking 10 years.
Seriously, I mean, that's a ridiculous statement.
She was murdered by Mike and all the other.
I had such a great opening, Carla, and you ruined it.
I don't care.
Let's pretend Carla didn't mention Ruth Bader Ginsburg. This was going to be my opening. Guys, very dark day in this country.
I'm so glad.
Something terrible.
I'm so glad you're filming right now.
Terrible happened. I don't want to shock anybody because the news is still new, but I'm extremely upset today. The New York Islanders were eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah. What a hell of a season.
Hell of a season. I know Carla doesn't like sports, so I'm not going to talk about it a long time. I just want to say, because I know some of our listeners, especially Will Sharon, big Islander fans, we had a great season. We gave them a good run. Lots of hope for next season.
I'm not so sure that the better team won in this last round. I mean, it was such a...
I don't know. I agree with you, Tim. And the Tampa Bay is a great squad. But and I think if the Islanders went past Tampa Bay, they would have been able to handle Dallas. They would have gone all the way.
I agree.
But Tampa Bay had that one game where they absolutely embarrassed the Islanders. That one game, but every
something that matters. Talk about some matters. What the fuck?
Are you having a stroke, or is that your computer?
I think you have to tone down the anger just a little bit, because I think your computer is not processing the amount of vitriol coming through right now.
But in conclusion, I just do want to say,
in conclusion, be excellent to each other.
Be excellent to each other. No, I just want to say they had a great squad, and like you said, I don't think the better team won, because most of those games, the 5 out of 6 games, the Islanders were head to head with them going into overtime.
Right.
It was just that one bad game that they had. So, thank you, Islanders.
Did I miss something? We have a sports podcast.
Let's talk about your bag of bones.
Podcast.
Let's go.
Is this another talking podcast? When did we start talking about hockey? When was that? When was that something that we've discussed on this podcast? When was that something that we ever gave a shit about on this podcast?
We're trying to corner the Eric Shevlin market, damn it.
Yeah.
You want to sit there and blather on about shit that doesn't matter? Why? Because you want to be disrespectful to Ruth Bader Ginsburg? That's why, because you're fucking foaming at the mouth to be disrespectful to Ruth Bader Ginsburg? Why don't you fucking shut up for a little bit, Mike?
Oh my God! Well, no. Let's talk about how the Boogaloo Boys killed Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Let's do that. Carla. She was an important woman. She was a great woman. We get it.
You've been angrily throwing your shoes at Trump via Twitter all fucking week.
Who, me?
Listen, but seriously, seriously, rest
Calm down the anger. Have you met you? Like,
Tim's been having some fun on Twitter.
I'm working some things out. Give me a break. Yeah. I do that there. This way here, we can have a civilized discourse.
Maybe you should try that, Carla.
I should try what? What should I try? What should I try?
Angry tweeting Mitch McConnell.
That's true. I literally did tell Trump that he should eat a Trump Tower taco bowl and then shit his head out of his ass.
That was actually my favorite one. I was definitely going to bring that one up tonight. Because listen, you know who I am. You know where I stand.
Oh, I know.
I'm enjoying the shit out of Tim's tweets.
Listen, I'm not arguing with Trump supporters anymore. I don't want to do it. I didn't do it for 4 years. Like I tried to have like normal conversations with them and try to understand them or whatever. I'm not doing that. I'm just going right to the source. I know he doesn't read them. Maybe he does. Maybe he's peering while he's taking a shit.
I guarantee you he reads every single one of them, Tim.
He really does, because he will read anything that anybody says about him.
He shouted you out tonight in Minnesota.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
Ilhan Omar, Hillary Clinton, Tim Saliani.
That's right. Just want to be in compliance right here in Brainerd. It's fucking... Honestly, I just made an FBI watch list this week. My mother's so proud. Listen, the first thing that happened... Two things that happened when I heard about Ginsburg. First, I was like, oh shit, I'm not going to have a podcast anymore. And then my brother texted me a picture of Ted Cruz. It would basically, he said, "Suck it," and then I told him to go fuck himself.
That's amazing.
Oh, and then he said, I'm becoming unhinged, and I said, I haven't become unhinged yet, but keep pushing me. I'm really close to Ronnie DeFeo. So
you're becoming unhinged. That QAnon
on him.
Yes, I'm becoming unhinged. He gets right into Twitter. Man, you got to fix your microphone. It's horrific.
Me?
Yes, you keep cutting out every other word. My Cricket has more microphone than you.
I don't think it's my microphone. I think it might be my internet, but it's not full signal. It's good.
You're very choppy, Carla.
Who'd you get your internet from, Master P?
Let me just share.
Get your reference. Yes, yet again.
You didn't get my reference? That's all right. I got the hookup. So I thought I'm sorry, what was that?
Just continue to share. Let me just share one more time. And I'll join the conversation.
Me?
I hear you. But you're choppy.
Can you hear me? Is it still choppy?
Yes, it goes in and out.
So should I switch to my phone or something?
I
don't know what to do.
Nah, give it some time. Just don't yell, because I think you yelling has the computer has a hard time processing your modulation.
Yeah, I think you're giving your hard drive anxiety.
That's exactly.
Stop trying to silence me. Okay, I will be heard. I will be heard. I will be heard.
It's
trying to silence me.
It's Intel misogyny.
Danielle Asher said, "I don't know how long I'm going to make it tonight." Is that because you have a feeling that I'm going to say terrible things about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Danielle? I'm not going to. Listen.
You're not going to. I know you
are. On a lot of things, like basically everything. But when it comes down to it, she was an important person. She did a lot of good. She was a tough old bat, and she had grandchildren. Listen, I lost both my grandfathers to pancreatic cancer, so I'm not going to.
Mike?
What? You're interrupting my soliloquy here?
He was talking about how his grandfather's passed of the same kind of cancer.
Talking about my grandfather is very, very difficult for me.
Yeah.
I lost both my grandfathers to pancreatic cancer. I'm amazed that she lasted that long. It's a terrible disease, and she has grandchildren. God bless that.
Well, yeah. Well, she wrote a letter to her granddaughter, right? Before like 2 days ago.
Yeah, she said
she did.
She doesn't want her seat to be filled.
She said. My dying wish is that they, whoever gets elected as the president this time around, fill the seat. And I mean, if we're going
4 years and a month to fill that seat, though.
Well, I mean, we'll see what happens, but if we're going by Mitch McConnell rules, kind of got to wait it out.
I want Donald Trump to.
He already said that there'll be a Senate vote. Oh,
I know. He said he's absolutely rushing it.
That turkey-necked piece of garbage. I cannot wait. You know what? I'm gonna fucking have a party. I'm gonna go. Where's a bar that we love? What's a bar we love and want to keep in business?
Tipsy Barrel in East Meadow.
Tipsy Barrel in East Meadow. I will, when we hear about Mitch McConnell's cancer diagnosis, I will buy the first 20 people in there who want to party with me a drink, because I'm going to fucking celebrate.
I actually hope it's not cancer.
He has to be remorseful.
I hope it's rectal cancer. I really do hope, he has to have all sorts of invasive medical procedures to his asshole. I really do.
I hope he chokes on his own fucking neck. Right?
Isn't that what you said about John McCain before you started virtue signaling about him?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that about John McCain. I didn't say that.
You may have.
No,
I didn't.
You may have.
You definitely congratulated the cancer, I believe.
But I didn't wish cancer on him. He already had cancer.
Okay.
Look, the bottom line is, what a fucking hunk of shit to, like, it was February, right? February of that election year that the seat was vacant, and he said, no, we got to wait to see what happens with the election. And what was it, 18 fucking months that we waited?
But this lady's been dying for like 3 years. He already has a plan set.
But it's horseshit, because he literally sat there and said the American public deserves to vote on this. Guess what? We're fucking a month and change out. The American public deserves to vote on this. So,
I agree. Listen, my biggest wish is that Donald Trump will do the smart thing and wait.
Oh, I thought you were going to say heave himself off a cliff, but fair.
Really? Really? Your biggest wish is for Donald Trump to do the right thing. You have the opportunity to wish for world peace, and you wish that Donald Trump would do the right thing.
I don't have the opportunity to wish for anything. Nothing I ever wished for came true.
You're saying my biggest wish. If I could have one wish in the world, it's for Donald Trump to do the right thing. If I could have one wish in the world, it would be for $1 billion and a piece of candy. But you know what? You want Donald Trump to do the right thing? Do you? I guess.
actually wish these delicious things. They're chickpea barbecue flavored puffs. They're delicious. But I really hope if Donald Trump doesn't fall into the trap and try to appoint somebody right away, it'll go a long way to him getting reelected. So you should.
Oh my God! I desperately hope. I really hope that Donald Trump. I really hope Donald Trump does fall into a trap, like a bear trap, or like a lion trap, where they dig up a hole and there's like spikes at the bottom. That would be a good trap too. Or like a giant mouse trap that comes down on his head and breaks his neck. I would be okay with that.
I'm fucking livid, actually. I'm not. I mean, yes, I'm upset that Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Listen, fucking the woman, whether you like her or not, is.
It was a terrible skydiving accident.
This was no boating accident.
Who jaws things?
God damn it! It's always that loop. Look, whatever you may think about her, she is or was rather an American icon. So hats off to her all around.
I disagree with just about everything she ever said.
But
she absolutely was.
It's an amazingly brilliant woman. Listen, I hated Scalia, but the guy was a brilliant jurist. Brilliant jurist.
What a writer, my God.
Amazing writer.
And Ruth Bader Ginsburg had those sexy French maid ruffles on her shirt. I like those.
Well,
I have to jerk off to Sonia Sotomayor, I guess.
They were all the rage back in. You don't like Elena Kagan? Come on, stop it. I know you're all about it.
I'm a Brett Kavanaugh guy.
You guys gonna go boofing with PJ and Squee?
I mean, if you think Mike hasn't gone boofing with somebody named Squee and definitely like a Murph, there's no chance, like 100%.
One time,
Mike, how many Murphs do you know?
One time I was talking to my friend, to Carla, about my friend Brant. She's like, "You have a friend named Brant? You fucking Brett Kavanaugh?"
Brant? Your friend's name is Brant?
Yeah.
Yeah, his name is Brant German.
Holy fuck. Good God.
That guy definitely has date rape allegations.
He's got
100%.
Brant.
Anybody named Brent.
Brant absolutely has a dimpled chin.
Is the shortest Division I lacrosse player in the United States.
Lacrosse, and his name is Brant.
He went to West Point, Carla.
It's a hard combination. It's hard. That's a rough combination.
West Point, yeah.
If he was any more white, he'd be opaque.
Brant German, good guy.
Rapey.
Yeah,
Rapey as
seriously.
hell.
But I'm really fucking furious. And I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at Mitch McConnell at all. But what a bunch of fucking hypocritical horseshit. Honest to God, you fucking jerked off cunt. For you to fucking turn around and say some shit like that after fucking stealing a nomination, stealing it. And then you're going to turn around and pull this shit? I swear to fucking Christ, I hope you trip over your gullet and fucking fall face first into your goddamn wife and it takes you both out. You can go fuck your mother.
Wow.
So how about the Islanders?
Straight. Let me get this straight. I should calm down and I should settle down and I shouldn't be so angry. But Tim can go on that rant, right? Because that's not internalized.
I can't
right?
listen. It's not my fault.
Should be silenced.
It's not my.
Tim should go and he should just blah 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 blah.
It's not my fault that your computer fucking hates you when you get angry.
Everyone hates me when I get angry. Everyone hates me in general.
Well, now that you have your new Mary Jane glasses, you should be fine.
Yeah, because I cried my contacts out. I literally couldn't keep them in. I was crying so much.
I cried my contacts
See,
out.
Carmela said you're unhinged also, Tim.
I have no fucking comment on that side of the world.
I think I do. I have to say, I think it's...
A lot of people are commenting on Carla's glasses. You do look a lot meaner with those fucking glasses on.
You look infinitely more studious. I think it makes you look less angry. You're
less angry or more angry?
You're angry, but your anger looks like it actually has purpose. And there it is. That was the perfect look.
Are those glasses from the Bader Ginsburg collection?
It's fucking...
Did she will them to you? Like it's kind of weird.
They were her glasses. These were her glasses. So I think it's funny though that your brother is saying that you're unhinged because isn't he like not on social media because he thinks the government's watching him or some crazy QAnon shit?
I don't know. He's like the poor man's Joe Rogan, I think.
I love his brother. I wish I was his brother.
Whatever.
Tim's brother. He's on DMT, not on social media. Is he on Instagram?
Holy fuck! No, I'm not talking about that side of the world right now. Okay.
Does he eat elk?
We're not going there.
Does he eat elk? I want to eat elk with him if he does.
Does
he hunt for elk?
If you give attention to things, they get happy about it. I'm not giving it attention.
Also, Carl, I know 3 Murphs.
You know 3 Murphs?
Did I say? I 100%. I told you, Mike definitely knows Murphs. He knows Squeeze too, but he doesn't want to talk about it.
He's just boofed all over the place.
Squeeze. Yeah, he boofed all up and down Long Island. You think he can boof in Sayville? You think you're safe there? No, he boofed all up and down Sayville.
I can smell the boofing from here.
That's right.
Do you bring that couch cushion with you?
No cushion with me and Murph.
No, Murph's a cushionless guy, huh?
I knew Mike knew more than one Murph. 100%. I knew he knew more than one Murph.
I'm really.
He knows a Squee. He knows a Brant. He knows a Brent. He knows a Brett. He knows a Chet, and he definitely knows a Chaz. Am I right?
There's a Chaz in there, absolutely. An original Chaz too. We're not talking any of the Bono stuff.
Yeah, and he definitely knows someone whose real name is Anthony, but they call him Ant or Tone. 100%.
Tone. I have like 4 tones.
You know Tone?
I know 4 tones at least.
Yeah, Tone, and definitely an Ant, an ANT.
Tone.
You talking about Ant? Or you talking about Tone? Who you talking about? I don't know. Let me call Murph. Murph, you were Tone or you were Ant? Oh, you were Brent. All right.
I don't like the tone of
Pick
your
up
voice.
the roofies yet? Nice. Let's go to the body barn.
The body barn?
Let's go to the body barn and
Go to
get
the
an
fucking
A&S
barn.
bagel.
Go to the fucking barn. So
How about those Islanders?
yeah. So Godspeed, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Rest in peace, democracy. Oh, the guy is stealing another goddamn Supreme Court pick. That's not very democratic.
She fucking.
He stole the first one.
Ladies,
He stole the first one, and then he did a little dipsy-do.
ladies, get you an IUD, the 10-year one, because you're not going to have access to birth control much longer. So,
Well, I mean, all you have to do is get.
Going back to the good old days, boys.
All you have to do is get caught by ICE. They'll give you a hysterectomy. No muss, no fuss.
stock up on those morning after pills or lose your passport and get a fake tan and go to like Texas and they'll give you a hysterectomy. But outside of that, you're not going to get shit.
See what Tim did there?
Ah.
Ice hysterectomy bit. Let's go into that conspiracy.
Carla, we did say we would talk about it. We will round back over to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I'm
Carla,
sure.
you really think that ICE is giving forced secret hysterectomies, right?
Yes, I do. And it's not if you know anything about U.S. history, you know it's not the first time that this has happened to people of color. Or did you not know that? If you don't know that, you can talk about it, and I'll explain it to you.
So let's talk about I'm talking about this one in particular.
I'll explain it to you.
Because some nurse got fired and got angry, and now she's making up some bullshit. They're investigating it. Of course, they're investigating it. Let's see what happens. It's an allegation.
Has this ever happened before? Is this something that the U.S. government has done before?
Allegation from some disgruntled nurse.
Yeah, but I asked you a question. Is this something the U.S. government has done before?
Legitimately, yeah.
They have. They've done this before. It's not the first time in the history of the U.S. that people of color, specifically Hispanics, have been targeted. Hispanic women have been targeted.
They have so many kids. Jesus Christ.
I have 2 kids. I have two singular.
You're not really Hispanic.
Two. One, two.
You're not really
one, two.
Hispanic. Look at you.
What am I? What am I? I'm Colombian, Argentinian. What am I?
What are you, Charles Nelson Riley?
Oh.
We're allowed to be white, Mike. We're allowed to be white. We're allowed to be white. Hispanics are allowed to be
next time
white.
you drop Juliana off at dance competition class.
Okay, so we're allowed to dance. Hispanics are allowed to be in dance competition class.
Hispanics dance salsa and flamenco. This
Okay.
is white kid
We're
dancing.
allowed- Yeah, we're allowed to do it all. You know, most.
Did you
know
say
a lot of
flamenco?
competitive- Do you know a lot of competitive Irish step dancers are Argentinian, Michael? Huh?
That is true. There is a lot of them.
I just actually looked
Yeah,
it
so
up.
we're just.
100% of women who don't come to this country illegally get to keep their uteruses.
No, you didn't look it up. So, I mean, how are you going to tie this back to your great-great-grandfather, Seamus O'Keegan?
He believed that every person that crossed the border should keep their uterus.
Yeah, should keep their uterus. My great-great-grandfather, Seamus O'Keegan.
It was actually in his wedding vows.
Mandatory hysterectomies.
Every undocumented criminal that comes over here, you know what? 100% of them that don't come here get to keep their uteruses. So those are pretty good odds if you don't.
Jesus
You don't
Christ.
swim over here.
I don't care. By the way, I don't care. I don't care that Mike didn't give it anything. Seamus O'Keegan is fucking hilarious. I don't care, Mike. I don't care. I'm going to keep bringing it up.
You say
I'm going to make
you
it
say
one of the things.
10,000 times.
I know. It's hilarious. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it.
That's
Last
amazing.
999,000 times you said it, it hasn't been funny.
It's hilarious. It's
First time,
hilarious.
maybe a little chuckle.
Tim laughs every single time. Hearty chuckle.
I laugh at lots of
He
stuff.
feels uncomfortable, and he has to because you say the same things over and over again.
Because mommy and daddy are fighting.
Yeah, that's what we all do. That's why domestic disturbance bingo.
I'm aware. Thank you. So the deal with this is that there was a nurse, I guess, who worked at the facility and came out and said that this was taking place, and then there was one or two women that came forward.
Two, all of them completely silent about it until they got let go from their jobs. A lot of integrity there.
Is that what happened? She got let go?
Yeah, she's a disgruntled former employee.
Wow.
There's one woman who got fired, and then other victims have come
I
forward.
guess she didn't sign the
Victims
NDA,
have come
huh?
forward to say they don't know why they got a hysterectomy.
I call them opportunists.
Really?
I mean,
what's their opportunity to do what?
Because they're
What do they not have?
then you feel bad
Opportunity?
for
That's not happening.
give them citizenship, and then they you know.
I don't
Take
not
up jobs.
I don't not believe that a private corporation would do something like this. However, is there actual empirical proof that this went down, or is it just are we just hearing from?
There's no proof. There is an investigation ongoing, so we will revisit this.
All right.
But there were a couple of them that had cysts removed, that had cysts on their ovaries.
Okay.
Received hysterectomy, and I believe there was a language barrier there. There was that might have had something to do with it. Maybe there was a miscommunication.
You're telling me it's okay then to perform a hysterectomy when there's a language barrier and you know full well that your patient has no idea what's going on? That seems like it's an okay thing to do.
They thought they knew. They didn't. Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't there. Apparently, this nurse who stayed quiet until she got fired was there, and she knows. So I would ask her rather than me. We're all just.
Here's the thing: like, there's been a few instances of nurses coming out and saying things that Scooby-Doo me. I'm just like, some of the COVID conspiracy theories. I went to the doctor today, and one of the nurses there came in, barged in, was like, "I hate this fucking mask."
Did you do a hysterectomy?
Well, I didn't. I'm a little sore. It's okay. I don't know what happened, to be perfectly honest with you, but she was wearing an ice jacket, and I do have ice on my lower region now, so it's possible. It's possible.
It's possible that it did happen, and because that guy, the doctor, he's not a good guy. He was actually investigated for some kind of fraud.
Wait, so
10 years ago.
Probably billing the U.S. government for hysterectomies that weren't necessary because they're making money.
You think that's
Once
it?
again, you're assuming.
100%.
Okay, but that is a completely different. That's a completely different thing than there's an ICE program to force
there's
women.
No program. It was one facility in Georgia.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's a completely different thing. If there is a doctor or that facility is doing surgeries like this that they can probably get away with by saying that there's fibroids and the women are in pain and then billing for it. That's a completely different thing than that we have an actual government sanctioned program to, rip women's uteruses out. Like it's night and day. And let me tell you something. If that doctor is a piece of shit,
they found out that they were smuggling fentanyl in their uteruses.
What?
Really? I mean, it's just as plausible as the Boogaloo Boys killing Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So we're just saying things.
But this was done to Puerto Rican women in like the 50s and the 60s. They were sterilized without their knowledge. So this wouldn't be the first time that this was done to Latino women.
Okay.
It wouldn't be the first time.
That was the past, Carla. We're not supposed to be worried about the past. Remember George Floyd? We're supposed to be worried about his past. Remember Jacob Blake? We're not supposed to be talking about his past.
Are they doing the same shit now that they were doing in the past? Because that's what the government is doing. They're performing hysterectomies on women of color without their consent.
Wow. That was. Did you hurt yourself stretching? Did you pull something?
Oh man,
holy fuckerino!
All
right, so I guess
Islanders had such a great team.
Nobody cares about fucking hockey. Literally, no one cares.
I cared about hockey.
There's so much other shit going on. You don't care. You don't care. Aren't they out? They suck. Boo. They
Whoa,
lost.
whoa. There's
They're
no
done.
call
They're
for
out.
that.
Goodbye. No one cares. No one cares.
I'll pull this
They're
fucking
not done.
podcast
They're
right
not out.
over.
You try making it to the conference finals, Carla. Tell me how you fucking.
Did they win? Win?
They won enough.
But did they win?
They won
I'm
more
sorry,
games.
but did they win?
You're really hurting
Okay,
me.
but they still lost, so they're losers. Okay, done. Lost, losers. Keep it moving.
I have been through enough tonight, ma'am. There is no need for this. Good God.
Don't care. Don't care.
All right, so the ice thing will. I mean, obviously, that's an unfolding situation.
It's unfolding. It's brand new. I thought that I was gonna come up with like some like.
Oh, you thought you had the string theory figured out?
I thought when Carla brought it up the other day, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do my research and be like, I got you, but I don't yet. I don't.
You thought you had the smoking fallopian tube? I get it.
Yeah, I thought I had the smoking fallopian tube. The red herring.
The red herring? Is that what it smelled? Never mind.
But it's ongoing.
That is definitely internalized misogyny. You know, and
You're welcome, Plaginos.
You want to make jokes about vaginas? You want to make jokes about what vaginas smell like?
You're welcome, Plaginos.
Smell good? They smell like dick and balls. They smell like balls. When someone says something smells like balls, that doesn't mean it smells good, right? It's never. No one's like, ooh, it smells like balls.
No, it smells like 3-day-old Wendy's.
Smell like ass. They smell like tortilla wrapped ass. That's what balls smell like. Ladies in the comments, help me out. Do balls smell like tortillas and ass together? That's what they
for
smell
the
like.
love of God!
That's what they smell like.
This coming from somebody who I've seen eat eight tortillas in one night.
Look, can we
stuffed with ass, and it's not good.
Can we move on to
ass, refried beans, same shit.
Holy shit! Can we move on to Mike Pence's former? What was she on the coronavirus task force? She was like one of his closest aides, and she came out for Joe Biden today.
Mother?
What was that?
Oh, I thought it was Mother. Mother will come out for Joe Biden too.
You think so?
Mother Pence?
Yeah.
She'll come out for Joe Biden too.
You know who should come out though? Mike Pence. He definitely should.
Speaking of
he should come out. He should
absolutely
come out. Coming out. He should really come out. I would have so much more respect for him. I would have so much more respect for him. Just be who you are.
Honestly.
Biden to come out and just say, yeah, I'm a gay man.
Yeah, Mike Pence should do that. You know?
Yeah, you know what? I was at a rest stop in Chicago, and I have a wide stance.
That's it. You know, pull the old McGreevy. It's fine. It's okay. We're all right. Yeah. So she left the administration. They're calling her a disgruntled employee, but at this point, everybody who fucking leaves, they call a disgruntled employee. And do you notice that everybody who leaves, everybody who leaves turns around and goes, "Holy fuck! You have no idea what's going on in there." It's fucking frightening. Oh God, I don't want to say here's the thing. Mike, can we find maybe another conservative who holds whatever values you guys have?
You don't have values.
Well, whatever the case may be, that isn't a total fucking clusterfuck of a human being. Can you find one? Like, I would have a little
on the other side.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not a Joe Biden fan by any way, shape, or form. Okay, but the guy can at least fucking formulate thoughts. If he gets
Joe
asked,
Biden, did you just say Joe Biden can formulate thoughts? He's a fucking melted crayon.
Michael, if asked the question, where are you getting the basis for not wearing masks? Joe Biden isn't going to turn around and say, well, waiters tell me.
Joe Biden's going to come and say, well, come on, man. The kids love to rub my legs, man. Come on.
Well, I do
Come
enjoy
on,
that.
man.
I'll take 4 years of that instead of I get my medical advice from fidgety waiters. The reason that I started tweeting at this guy this week.
Are you saying that people in the service industry are less than us?
No, I'm saying they know everything there is to know about running a restaurant. It's not that easy to do. It's a hard, thankless job, and they don't make nearly enough money. They are also not medical professionals, and they'll probably be the first to tell you.
And they shouldn't be in Congress, right?
If they graduate, if they graduate from a esteemed college in Boston, and they are at the top of their class, yeah, They can definitely do that.
Oh, she blew her way to the top of the class.
Why
Here comes
is it?
Carla. She's gonna yell at me.
Why do you?
Carla,
Well,
why don't you ever look at the camera? You're always looking down.
she's looking at the phone.
Oh, I'm looking at the comments. No, I'm trying to engage our people
Are you?
while you blather on and just say misogynist shit. I'm trying to actually engage with our people because I really try to block you out because I don't want to hate you off the podcast.
Why do you do a fucking
so,
podcast if you want to block me out?
So like you say a lot of shit.
I'm sure you have better.
You say a lot of hateful shit.
You have better things to
You
do
say
on
a lot of
Friday.
hateful shit, so I block that out. I compartmentalize.
And how sad your
You
life is,
do,
you'd rather block me out for an hour on a Friday night?
No, not an hour. Like 30 minutes of the hour, I have to block out what you're saying.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
She's essentially saying that she hears you like we hear her through her computer right now. It's chopped out. The internet is spotty at best. Anyway, Pence's former whatever turns around and makes this commercial saying that holy fuckerino, you're welcome, Plagianos. It's a shit show in there. They don't really know what they're doing. They're fighting the mask mandate because Trump doesn't want to go back and look weak. And he refuses. He can't stand the people that come to see him, Michael.
I would say some stupid shit also if my bank account was going to go up as much as his did.
Yeah, well, I mean, but that's the thing. You're the leader of the free world. The country should be more important than your bottom line.
No, not Trump's bank account. The Biden's whistleblower.
I was talking about Pence's. It's a her, and it's Pence's former coronavirus task force.
Now she's Biden's pet because I'm sure there's a little payola there.
I think it's more like the Lincoln Project type of stuff.
I don't trust any of these people. If you want to trust them, be my guest.
Okay, so what about what do you think of General James Mattis?
Jerk off.
Okay. Fair enough. Jerk off now because he left because it's a shit show?
Huh? What's up?
Why is he a jerk off?
Yeah, why?
He's a five-star general.
Right.
That's not usually how people describe a five-star general, a career military. I guess you don't support the military. You don't support the troops.
Okay, so now you actually care about the military. Okay, Carla. You know what? Timothy McVeigh was in the military.
I'm just saying, but I'm asking you. Like, I'm not on the spot here. You said he's a jerk off. I'm saying that's not how usually people describe a five-star general.
He's a jerk off.
What's the problem? What's different about him?
That's what he did for the military. As a person, he's a jerk off. Has nothing to do with his military experience.
Okay, you can parse the military experience, but we look to our military leaders and when we need to make foreign decisions, right, on foreign policy.
Okay.
So if this guy who's a decorated general and knows foreign policy, and you are claiming that you pick the best people. The best people. You've heard him say it a million times. I picked the best people.
And he also gets rid of the worst people.
Well, they kind of remove themselves because they then turn around and say, holy fuck, I can't work for this guy.
Or they say, oh, holy fuck, I'm not able to work for this guy because I'm not competent.
I don't know that that's the case.
It could be. I mean, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's no absolutes here. There's no absolutes here.
I love the way you put that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I love staring at the top of Carla's head, though. That's fun.
I know. Well, you know what? Because she does look like she's book learning right now with those glasses. If she was just looking down, I feel like she's falling asleep. But because she's got those, it's almost like when Jughead drew the eyes on his fucking eyelids.
What are you drinking there, Carla?
Club soda. This and some vodka. This here Waterloo Watermelon Club Soda is delicious. Highly recommend. We get a lot of products, a lot of advertising on this podcast for no reason. we just want to point out that this is what we're doing. Nice.
We do. We do. We listen. You know, we don't.
I think that I really enjoy pre-recording the podcast so I can be on. You know, we can engage with the people talking in the comments,
You know what,
and then
though?
you guys
There's
don't
a
have to
certain-
look at the top of my head.
There's a certain charm to. I like it. I like it too. You know that it's easy for me, but there's a certain charm with being live.
Yeah.
So
I would like to know from our listeners, what do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer us live, or do you like when we pre-record and we can engage
and
in
then
the
talk
comments?
shit, which is
Because I feel like, when I'm looking at the comments, I feel like a certain other radio person who's just like looking down the whole time and not really paying attention to the conversation at hand.
Yeah. I do get that feeling too. Like I shouldn't be doing this, but then people are like, they're talking, and I feel like I want to engage with them as well. So I'm not sure
I'm just
what the right thing to do is.
Down, like saying that you're looking down. I'm just messaging you because I know that you're engaging with the people, and that's what we want to do.
engaging with the people.
But it's easier when we pre-record.
We're here for the people.
We're here for the people.
Hey, if we pre-recorded tonight, we probably wouldn't have known that Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Right.
This is true. This is true. Then I would just be crying alone at home.
We almost didn't do a show because of it.
Because I was crying. Because I was on the phone crying with Tim, and he was like, "Maybe we shouldn't do this."
Stop crying. Is she a friend of yours? Is she a family member? She's a person that you've never met before. She doesn't even know you exist.
My idol.
I messaged
She's
you.
my idol. Does she even exist? I know she exists.
If Derek Jeter died, I'd write a little thing on Facebook. I'd be a little bummed out for a couple minutes. I'd be like, he doesn't give a shit about me, so I'm not going to be that sad. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is your Derek Jeter to me.
Derek Jeter doesn't.
because
Derek Jeter
Derek
doesn't
Jeter-
stand in the way of Roe v. Wade being overturned.
Also, Derek Jeter
that's
didn't
what you
fight
think.
for your rights his entire career. She has been a women's right activist.
Derek Jeter is a way more important public figure than Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
She was a feminist icon long. She was a feminist icon long before she was on the Supreme Court.
Yeah,
she had already.
that is true.
She was already a warrior for women's rights. I said this before. When people talk about women's rights movement, and the first woman that shut up. When people talk about women's rights, the first person they want to talk about is Gloria Steinem. But really, the first person they should be talking about is Ruth Bader Ginsburg, because she was a pioneer in rights in women's rights, and saying that you could be discriminated against on the basis of sex. All right, Mike, I'm leaving. All right, guys, I'm out. Guys, it's been real, but Mike is super disrespectful about this shit, and I'm really tired of it. So.
Person you've never met in your life before.
I'm trying to get Judge Reinhold to drink my beer.
Grow up. You people, your celebrity worship.
I'm out. Oh my god. Motherfucker.
All right, Tim. So let's talk Islanders now.
Listen. She's absolutely right that it has nothing to do with celebrity. There's a difference between celebrity and an actual historical figure, so to speak.
Whatever. I'm not gonna. If Trump died tomorrow, I'm not gonna go on and cry.
Your lips to God's ears.
People die. You want people to live forever? People
No.
are going to live forever.
No, but you know
my
what?
Grandparents were still here.
We
I
do.
wish my dog was still here that died on Thanksgiving.
It's
sad. It happens. That's life.
We do sit back and we do opine. You're welcome, Plagianos. We do sit back and we people like this, where it is a monumental figure. And she is. I don't care what you say. She is that person. Just as much as when when Clarence Thomas dies, I don't know. It's that's a rough one. I mean, he's still a Supreme Court justice, but what's he really known for? Putting the pubic hair on Anita Hill's coke.
I'd like to hear what Carla would have to say about that.
Carla, comment. Really interesting. Carla,
That's the smartest thing she said all night. All right.
Oh my God, you just fucking put down the shovel, Michael.
Bite my tongue. Let me be an entertainer. I'm trying to be an entertainer and be the guy that you guys could say, oh, he's a dumb Republican, blah, blah, blah. That's my character that I play on the show. If you're going to fucking get mad at that, then fucking what's the point? Let me do my thing.
I love that Carla dropped out, and like we now like she took the entire female audience with her.
Do they all hate me now? Are they right?
Oh my God, hate you, Jesus!
Oh boy,
you just fucking pissed off the cast of the craft. Holy good God!
Oh boy.
Listen, you know, God, it's so hard to. You have to be able to listen to what other people think. You may not agree with them. You may think that some of the shit that they say is abhorrent. But if you're not engaging and listening and then countering productively, I should say, instead of talking over each other, then there's no such thing as civil discourse. We'll never get anywhere.
I thought it was funny what I was doing. She didn't. Whatever. It happens. I'm being a ridiculous person and comparing Derek Jeter to Ruth Bader Ginsburg. If you're gonna take that so seriously, come on. I'm being ridiculous.
That's. I mean, I know that.
Yeah, I wish everybody else knew that.
I'm aware.
Ugh.
But I mean, I guess
another time she's not gonna talk to me because I made fun of somebody who she's never met before.
Well,
I didn't even make fun of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I said before how I respect her.
That is true. You did say that. You know, it's.
I had the best joke that I could have written on Facebook, and I didn't write it on Facebook. That's how mature I am.
Yeah.
I DM'd it to people.
Oh, you DM'd the joke? I didn't get the joke. Don't say it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how you'd. No, you'd probably.
I'll fucking listen to a joke. God, he hasn't written. What's the ... I have to know. You can't drone on, and he hasn't. I really need to know. A joke in.
All right, Carla, I'm sorry. Come back because we're going to be ending soon. So,
yeah.
Sorry that I tried to be a character and entertain people.
We got 10 minutes left, dude. So come on back, please.
Come on back.
Please, Carla, come back. She's a dick. You're killing me.
You know what I'm gonna do next week? I'm just gonna sit here and. Oh yes, you're exactly right, Carla. You're 100% right. Yes, I know. Women are so brave. Men are shit. Men are pieces. Every single man is a piece of shit. And here she is.
You might want to turn you might want to turn your mic on.
Have to drop next week. We have to have that as a recording. Men are pieces of shit.
I already isolated it.
I already want that. That's all I wanted to come back and say.
I already isolated it.
Carla's back. You bring back all the women that left with you?
I'll come back. I'll call my coven back. We were just like outside my house cursing you. We're just lighting some candles and shit.
Were you all playing light as a feather, stiff as a board?
Yeah. I had a little Keegan doll. And I was just like poking it, and later on you'll get a stomach ache.
I was having a stroke.
No, that's because squeezing your head. I was over here squeezing your head. Yeah.
Hey, went to the doctor today. All my numbers were excellent. First time.
All your memories.
Numbers.
All my numbers, blood pressure, blood sugar, everything was really, really good today.
Yep, he recovered well from that hysterectomy.
Until Carla silenced me.
Until Carla silenced me. That's amazing.
Oh man. We're a fun couple, huh?
Right? Oh, you're a joke and years just hit, by the way.
I won. What did you win?
Huh?
What'd you win?
This. I won. I left, and you guys were like, "Aw, why everything sucks without you, Carla? This podcast is so boring without you." So I won. You guys admitted that you need me. You admitted that you need me.
No, the podcast isn't the podcast without you. Me and Tim could have an amazing podcast, just the two of us.
Yeah, what's it going to be called? Jaws and shit?
Actually,
Called Jaws and Islanders.
Jaws and shit.
Jaws and shit. I like it.
Jaws, Islanders, and the Yankees. Oh, can't talk about the Yankees. Sorry.
Jaws and shit. We're gonna get a new theme song. Jaws and shit.
Me, you, and Will
Jaws
Sharon.
and shit. This
Mike
is
and Will and
Jaws and
Mike
shit.
and Will and Tim and a shark. Hell yeah.
Jaws and shit.
You son of a bitch.
We left Carla behind, and now it's Jaws and shit.
What day is it? I think it's Tuesday.
We got Mike and Tim and Will, and we're not gonna apologize to nobody. All right.
Jaws and shit.
Yeah.
Coming to
That's our theme
Gov's
song.
Radio.
Great theme song.
Come on, Tony, give us another slot.
Yeah, Tony.
Tony's like, we've had a
Speaking of
fucking
Tony,
enough of
go
you
see
people.
Tony as like Farmer Willie, I think, at White Post Farm.
Yes. If you're taking the kids out to White Post Farms, say hello to Farmer. Is it Farmer Willie?
Maybe Farmer Tony. I forget. I wish I knew.
There's
I'm
no
not-
Farmer Tony. Stop it.
Hey, yo.
Farmer Tone. Farmer Tone.
Come see my world-class gugoots.
Farmer Tone.
I'm a turnip farmer.
Farmer Tony. I think I grew up with a Farmer Tony.
You want to see me pull my turnip?
But no, yeah, go see. I think Rich Walker does it too at White Post Farms.
Does
God,
he?
did we ever tell you? Did we ever talk about on the podcast our Rich Walker Santa story?
No. And you know what?
Great
I
story to
actually
close out the podcast.
I actually want to
Yeah.
have Rich Walker. Rich Walker's an interesting cat because, like, he's a guy that I did not. I mean, I don't know his politics until recently, but man,
Yeah, and now everybody knows his politics.
boy, did he in the fucking biggest way just start saying, "Hey, fuck you guys."
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh,
I would
dude,
love to have him on.
We had dinner the other night at Eric Half's house. It was like me and Half and Richie Byrne and Chris Monty. Well, Chris Monty's not a Trump guy. Like a bunch of Trump guys and Rich Walker. And like it was about to get heated because there was bourbon involved. But Walker's such a good guy, man. Like we ended up having like a really civil conversation. I'll ask Walker maybe next week if he wants to come on. He's a fun
I would
guy.
love to have.
We also need to. I mean, we're closing it out, but we got to talk about. There's like, are we really banning TikTok now? Is this really what we're doing? We're banning TikToks.
Yeah, it's owned by China, and they're watching your.
Everything's owned by China.
Yeah.
Everything-
So's
everything
all
China.
your "Make America Great" flags.
Yeah,
Although
there aren't tracking devices installed in the flags.
they're tracking devices, and like you're really worried about tracking devices. You know, you carry a smartphone, right?
Not from China.
You
Not
think
owned
your
by-
phone is made in China?
The system is owned. The operating system isn't owned by China.
Everything is owned by China.
The operating
Everything.
system on my, not the operating system on my Samsung.
Everything is owned by China. Don't forget, they own everything and everyone.
They don't own the Samsung operating system, Carla. You're out of your element right now. Let's talk about the Rich Walker Santa story because you're getting ridiculous.
No, I'm going to save it for when Rich Walker's here because it's really just
That's-
not relevant right now. But have
a good idea.
Have a good Rich Walker Santa story.
That's a good idea.
It
By the
has
way,
to be White Post Farms. But yeah, if you are at White Post Farms, look for Tony Walker and Rich Walker. Oh, that's pretty cool that they have the same last names. But they both do characters. Do you want to go maybe tomorrow?
Are they related? Are they related? Do we know about that?
I don't think they're. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But
They don't look anything alike.
by the way, speaking of China, China is not actively trying to interfere in our election.
Yeah, they are.
Chris Ray came out. The director of the.
Do you believe
Imagine really
that
believing the
too?
other thing. Imagine really believing the other way. Carl, you're out of your element on this one.
Really?
We're
Really?
talking about law and Cardi B. You're the
Really?
authority.
I'm out of my element.
You're the authority there.
I'm out of my element.
Yeah. If you want to talk
Why
about
don't you
Cardi
fucking
B,
turn your around the other way and fucking go hang out with Murph and Squee, all right?
All right. On that note, before my internet starts crapping out, because it did crap out a minute ago, and who knows if it's going to get cut off, let's fucking call it, and we'll reconvene Tuesday, kids.
that was a fun one, guys. Thanks for everyone who
Ruth
listened.
Bader Ginsburg was murdered. She was murdered. She didn't die of natural causes. And it's so that Trump and the conservatives can have control of the Supreme Court. You heard it here first.
Okay, that's right. And they murdered a 93-year-old woman who's been dying of cancer for 20 years. All right.
I'm not sure I agree with your police work there, Lou.
All right.
Guys, thank you for listening, and for the 8 of you who stuck around.
It was like 10.
We'll see what happens. The broadcast was interrupted before, but anyway, hopefully you'll get the end of this. We'll see you kids Tuesday. Later.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Good night.
We've lost our voice, we've lost our voice, we've lost our voices! It's in the way! It's in the way we breathe! We've lost our voices! It's in the way! It's in the way we breathe!
We hope you enjoyed this episode of the Domestic Disturbance Podcast, and if you didn't, even better. You can show us your disdain by sharing the show from iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Though honestly, nobody uses Google Play. Check out our Facebook page for any upcoming comedy shows or appearances from Carla, Mike, and Tim. Also, don't forget to check out our favorite band, Bore, on Spotify, or purchase their new EP, Bore 2, on iTunes or Bandcamp. We'll see you next week, Rageaholics.